The world is full of strange tales. Various discoveries have been made in forests around the world, and this has only led to people going out and investigating their local forests in the hopes of finding something strange, though some people found more than they bargained for. A few years back, a Facebook user posted some strange footage while hiking through a forest. The man said he was walking through Berkeley-Jackson County Park in Huntington, New York, when he saw lots of posters attached to trees. As he went in for a closer look though, he couldn't believe what he was seeing. Each of the trees had photographs of missing people, along with details of each case. He was surprised to see such a thing and speculated as to whether the person living in the forest was behind the disappearances. He said that around the sites there was also cages, blankets and food. He later reported the incident to the Suffolk County Police, asking them to investigate why they were put here. He wrote the following on Facebook: "I've spoken with a detective and shown them the videos. They agree this is creepy if not suspicious, and will be investigating." End quote. Once the police had investigated the area, he got an answer for what was going on, saying the following: "The police have told me that the homeowner of the adjacent property is claiming this was a setup for Halloween, and that it would be taken down after Halloween. They are not investigating further." End quote. A lot of people had a problem with this though, and asked why this wouldn't be taken down before Halloween, saying that it seems really disrespectful and in bad taste to leave this up, with users saying imagine if this was your mum, dad, brother or sister that had gone missing, you wouldn't want it staying up. One person said the following: "This is not okay. Fair enough if these were fictional characters or something, but these are real people that went missing. Families that are searching day and night for answers. Seems in really poor taste." End quote. The Weeping Woman. Along the banks of the river under the dark canopy of trees, there wanders a woman in white. She cries out for her children, and some say if you bear witness to the wails, you are surely marked for death. Her name is Maria. Maria came from a small rural town in Mexico, and although her family was poor, her beauty drew men from all over. This included a wealthy rancher who, when travelling through Maria's town, immediately spotted her and knew he must have her. The man easily won her over, showering her with gifts and attention that she'd never had. At first their marriage seemed strong. Maria and the rancher seemed happy and went on to have 2 sons. It was not long after this, however, that things in their marriage started to change. The rancher continued to travel. Some say he enjoyed a life of alcohol and beautiful women. Others say he went back to his ranch. There were times when he'd leave Maria and their boys for months on end, and when he did return, his attention was only for the boys. Resentment began to well up inside of Maria, both for her marriage and her boys. One night as Maria and the boys walked along the path near a river, it said she saw her husband in a carriage with a younger, wealthier woman. He stopped the carriage to have a few words with the boys, ignoring Maria completely, before continuing down the road, and it was then that Maria finally broke. In a blind of rage, she grabbed her 2 boys and threw them into the river. When she came to her senses and realized what she had done, it was far too late. She searched for them but to no avail, for they'd already been carried downstream. She ran alongside the banks of the rivers crying out for her boys. Knowing all was lost as her boys were gone and there was no reason for her husband to return now, Maria jumped in the river herself. The people of Maria's village found her the next morning and buried her in a long white funeral gown. On that very night, La Llorona's soulful wails began. Down by the river, people began to see a woman in a long white dress, calling out, "Where are my children?" People believe that she was denied entrance to heaven without her boys, and now she's destined to walk the riverbanks and search for them forever. The tale, as it continues in the Latin community, is still told to many children not to go out after dark. La Llorona may snatch them up and throw them into the river. The village in England that never sleeps. A haunted house is one thing, but an entire haunted village certainly is terrifying. Kent's Pluckley village is home to so many ghosts that the Guinness World Records recognises it as the most haunted village in England. It's said that somewhere between 12 and 14 ghosts reside there. It seems as though every corner and spot in this little village has its own personal ghost. One famous example is Fright Corner, a road in Pluckley that seems to be haunted by a highwayman. Supposedly the man was taken out in a fight after being pinned to an oak tree with a sword. Visitors claim to witness this sword fight being reenacted by the ghosts of all the former residents involved in the original brawl. There is also a second haunted road in Pluckley called Moulton's Hill, where people report the sound of horse hooves pulling a carriage. The ghost of the carriage and its riders have been occasionally seen as well. A more chilling story is that of a Pluckley bricklayer who was crushed by a clay wall. Visitors claim to hear his agonised screams near the brickwork. Unsurprisingly, Pluckley Cemetery is also known for its chilling paranormal activity, particularly the visits of the Ghost Lady of Daring. Lady Daring, known as the Red Lady, was buried in the graveyard of Pluckley's St Nicholas's Church in the 12th century. Her coffin was made of lead with a red rose placed on top, earning her the name of the Red Lady. She is said to wander the graveyard in search of her stillborn baby. The village is also home to the White Lady, who roams the St Nicholas Church and the Daring family library. Residents and locals have said it's not uncommon to hear screams throughout the night. So what do you make of these mysterious discoveries and stories? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.